Hello everyone, it's me, Deligracy. Check it out. This isn't new merch, but I am testing the quality of this sweater for merch. I am very excited because today we are going to be building a couple of tiny homes using some custom content from one of my favorite custom content creators, Little Dicker. So I built these tiny homes on my last stream, and I don't want to give anything away to do with my LP, but this is for the next episode of my Let's Play. And my Sims are going to live in a house that's next to another tiny home. So basically I needed to have two households on the same lot because I want my Sims to live separately, but I want to be able to play with both of them at the same time. And the way we can do that is by building two homes and like locking the front door to only be used by certain Sims. And then that way they can kind of stay in their own homes and use their own kitchens and bathrooms and all of that. And that's the best way I've found to play two households at the same time. So that is kind of cool. And these tiny homes are meant to be, you know, modern Japanese style to go with the new pack. And Little Dicker actually released a brand new CC pack called Sleek Slumber, which I have reviewed on my channel, or I will tomorrow, unless I've already done it. I'm not sure which order the video is going to post in. But I will review that and you guys can get all the information about it there. However, I will also put it in the description down below in case you guys want to download it. It is going to be only available on Little Dicker's Patreon for now, but on December 1st, 2020, it's going to be available for free for anyone to download, which is pretty cool and very generous because let me tell you right now, you cannot tell that it isn't made by EA. Little Dicker is so good with custom content, you're not gonna know. So it's very impressive stuff. So with this house, I basically wanted to create the first tiny home and then I was going to flip it because what's great about this lot in the new world is that there are pathways coming from the front and the back. So it's kind of perfect for two homes because if you flip them, the one at the back has the back pathway and the one at the front has the front pathway. Don't get me started on the fact that the pathways do not line up to the lot. I've given the feedback to the Sims team so many times. Can you please line up paths with the lot in a terrain paint or a floor tile that players have access to in the game so you can make it like flawless. But I don't know why they don't do it. And I don't know what happened with this pack, but it was just like this weird like road stops, then there's dirt, then it stops, then there's grass. And I'm just like, what is happening in this Sims world? I just don't know. But anyway, let's just ignore that for now and focus on the build. So this part of the build may confuse some people a little bit because usually when we build a house or when most people build a house, they kind of, let's say, build the exterior, paint the exterior, put the windows and doors in, put the roof on, and then you do the interior. But for me, recently, I really love floor plans that work beautifully and flawlessly, if I don't mind saying myself. Like, I want a nice floor plan, okay? There's nothing worse than you building a house and then having to realize that your house doesn't fit in everything you need. Especially with tiny homes. If you're gonna build a tiny home and you build the outside and then you put everything in the inside, one, it may not fit, or two, you might end up realizing that you can go smaller than you have. So what I like to do, especially with tiny homes, is furnish as I build. So I've kind of got the shell of it, but I'm placing in random bits of furniture and moving things around as I build it. And this means that I can have the smallest home possible with the smallest budget possible and know that I'm fitting everything in. So that's kind of fun. And with Tiny Living, if you guys don't know Tiny Living, if you don't know her, Tiny Living is a stuff pack for The Sims 4. It's actually probably, in my opinion, it's the best stuff pack for The Sims 4. And it is really cool because it is all about tiny living and it brings kind of a new challenge into the game where if you build on a certain amount of tiles, then you get benefits from your house. Like, for example, a really tiny home will, like the smaller the tiny home, is I think the more quickly you build up your relationship or your relationships build more quickly, I think it's a micro tiny home that happens. And then like a small tiny home, what was it? It was like your bills are less maybe. Um anyway, it's a great pack. And I think technically with the tiny living stuff pack, this home would fit onto a small tiny home size. So if you wanted to just have one house on this lot and delete the second one we're about to build, you could definitely live in this like a tiny home and get those benefits. When we place the other tiny home on this lot, it actually doubles the amount of floor tiles, obviously. So it won't technically fit into a tiny living beneficial tile area. So yeah, that's basically how it's gonna be, which is fine because I rather have two townhouses on here that gain relationships more quickly, although it would have been nice if we could. And these are the new pieces that's from the Little Dicker custom content pack. So these wall units that are actually meant to be like bed heads, they work really, really nicely in a tiny home because they look like they're kind of built into the walls. They're shelving. This piece kind of at the bottom next to the dining table, that is a desk. And I love the idea of having a desk there because the back of it like works as a wall or a separation in the tiny home without having to build walls. So that was pretty cool. And I was kind of experimenting, do I want to have a desk upstairs on this little mezzanine level, which you can get to using the ladder. The ladder came with Eco Lifestyle, but it was also patched into the base game too. So basically, if you want to download this house, I think you should be okay if you download the Little Dicker Sleek Slumber Pack. I think you need that. The Little Dicker Eco Pack, which is where the kitchen units are from. They're also by Little Dicker from the Eco Kitchen Pack. And there'll be a few items from different Sims 4 packs, but I don't think there's actually that many. Like, I think if you have the Little Dicker packs, you're gonna be pretty safe. You won't have to add too much, I don't think. Maybe the tiny living, because we are putting a Murphy bed in, and you should be fine. My idea with the Murphy bed is that we have our single bed on the mezzanine level, but I thought the Murphy bed would be great because we can have roommates on the lot and make a little bit more money that way by having a roommate. So they can sleep on the Murphy bed. And then there's obviously this little bathroom in here. One thing that I did find out when I was working on the Snowy Escape Pack, when I was working on it, because I was asked to do a couple of builds for it, I did learn that in Japan, usually the toilet isn't in the bathroom with the shower, or bathing area. Usually the toilet is separate. So what we did was we do end up separating the two rooms. So you have your toilet area and your sink, and then in the other room it's like a wet room, so there's an open shower in there. I think I used the University Life shower, so you might need to replace that shower if you don't have University. But basically these tiny homes are literally, I'm gonna copy the first one, flip it around and paste it on the other side of the lot. So they are twins. They're twinning, but they have different color schemes and a few little small differences. So it's kind of like there was a developer who bought this plot of land and decided to build two tiny homes and sell them, which I kind of love when I'm playing The Sims and building in The Sims. I love in my mind, like kind of playing that storyline out. I don't know, it sounds kind of lame, but that's what I enjoy doing in my own time. Don't judge me. So that's cool. There is a mosquito in this room. Not a mosquito, a mosquito. So the house originally, at the start, you saw it had like a slanted roof, which I thought was really cute. But in the end, we just decided to keep it really blocky, especially because now we have the split leveling tool. We were able to just kind of put the platform on top to make the top of the house really chunky, which I love. I'm so glad we have platforms in The Sims 4 now. It makes me so happy. And we're also going to utilize the platform tool inside the home by playing around with the level of the entrance and the living areas. So I think in Japan, often platforms, as you walk into a house, the change in the platform height from the moment you walk in the front door is meant to kind of communicate where to take off your shoes. So before you go down the platform or up the platform, I think you then take your shoes off to walk there. I could be wrong. I read a few comments saying that. I read that comment over and over again from a lot of people, so that might be culturally correct. Not entirely sure though. But I thought that was interesting in any case, so I did that anyway. And this is where I'm just playing around with the platforms a little bit, figuring out, do I want this area to be risen? Do I want it to be sinking into the ground? What's going to look nice? What's not going to make the space look too cramped? But I think the floor plan works really, really nicely. I mean, we have room for the Murphy bed, lounge room. We've got our little kitchen, our ladder, our bathroom. I mean, we have everything we need in here. We also have our computer area. And then upstairs we have the mezzanine level, which you can actually fit a double bed up there if you wanted to. So you could have 4 Sims live in this home, like in just this home, because you'd have 2 Sims on the Murphy bed, 2 Sims on the double bed. However, because my Sim only needs a single bed, I was like, well, they may as well have more room on the mezzanine level. They don't need a double bed. So that's what we're putting up here. And then I also awkwardly saw that they can totally look down into the toilet and be like, hi. So I made this nice little, I guess, shelf area and put one of the little Dicker plants on here that has a vine cascading down. And I thought that was a really nice detail as well. And yeah, I think this is pretty much what we end up doing with the floor plan. So yeah, we've kind of built the shell. We've then put in all of our furnishing, and then now we're going to do the wallpapers and the windows. So we're definitely working backwards in some ways. And then I was like, hey, we could have a hanging chair. I think that hanging chair was from one of Harry's packs. Oh, the Tiny Twaffler pack by Harry. Hey, Harry and Felix Andre. But there's so many nice items in this pack. I would have used more of them, but because we're also building on a budget, I couldn't use everything I wanted to. And I also didn't use the cheapest items either. So, oh yeah, this is where I'm experimenting whether or not you can fit a double bed in here, and technically you can. But you see how it's very tight. I mean, you could extend the room the other direction too, but I don't know, I was just trying to keep it true to that tiny room format. And there's a little light switch on the wall, and that is also from the snazzy, I keep going to say snazzy slumber pack, sleek slumber pack. So yeah, looking pretty cute. And that is also a university bed. So it looks like I used a couple of university things. Most of it's base game though, base game and CC. Like I even think the wallpapers we use are base game and CC in the end too. So yeah, you just need to download Little Dicker's Sleek Slumber and Eco Kitchen Pack, and you'll be laughing. You'll be laughing all the way to, what do they say, to the bank? I don't really know how that works in this game, but imagine if we had like Sims for banks. Sims for Gringotts. Simgrots. I don't know, I'm just brainstorming with you guys here, okay? And yeah, for this unit, I thought it would be good to have light woods, and then in the other one, we're going to have dark woods. So I think this one's gonna have like light woods, olive wallpaper, like greens, browns. It's got that little bit of a 70s postmodern vibe to it. And then the other one's going to be more like black, dark, deep colors, dark floorboards, and then I think it's going to have some yellow accents, which is quite different. And I know this is a lot of spinning around, but you know, when you're putting the wallpaper in, it's like, whoa, we gotta spin a lot. This was a really weird glitch. I don't know what happened here. I think this is a new glitch with platforms where it can fill up the area above a platform, like it can put a ceiling in a space that you've tried to delete the ceiling, and I don't even know how I fixed it. I just kind of fiddled around with it for a little while and figured it out in the end. But yeah, this is very boxy, very basic looking from the exterior. I think it's still nice though, like it does have a few nice little small details. And you know, it would be really fun to renovate this too. Like, because it is such a simple box, renovating this could be cool. And you know, maybe you could have a storyline in your game where someone's in one of the units, another sim's in the other unit, and maybe they end up becoming best friends and being like, hey, let's join our house and make like a bigger house or something like that as they get more money. And these are my favorite base game bricks. A lot of you guys ask me, where are those bricks from? Is that custom content? And it's not. I'm pretty sure it was patched into the base game at some point. I never remember that in the base game when the game came out. I swear it got patched in, but it was really nice. And here I was thinking, oh, we could do like a nice timber top, but that was a bit awkward because on the left-hand side, the wallpaper just awkwardly changes and it doesn't look realistic. So in the end, we make the whole thing brick with a little bit of accent bricks. And I've got to say, when this lot is finished, it looks really nice once we have lots of greenery. We're going to turn on, there's a few build cheats on here. We've got obviously the move objects on cheat, which means you can intersect different objects. We've got that on, we've got show hidden objects on, and we've got the live edit cheat as well. So we can find some items and testing, what is it? Unlocks entitlements cheat too. So basically we have a lot of hidden items in this game that you would usually find during gameplay or in worlds. The world items that you kind of see in the worlds around you when you play The Sims 4, but they're not available in build mode. So I was also able to access those, which means a lot of the trees and the landscaping on the lot were free because a lot of those items cost 0 simoleons. So if you're looking for a way to build your house on a budget and not have to pay for all of the trees and foliage, because that usually actually costs a lot of money, a lot of simoleons, that's a good way to do it. So you'll see me using all of that soon. And now we're just copying over the house and flipping it, which was actually more confusing than you would think. I was a little bit confused flipping it around. I was like, wait, where does this go? Where's that go? And I was just using like the copy tool to do that and just copying all of the rooms one by one. Yes, I could have cut the walls, the inner walls, so it was one big room. But when it comes to having different platforms and like a mezzanine level, it doesn't work as easily. So I thought it was better off to just do it individually. So this townhouse, we're going to go with the darker brown brick with the white accents, and then the white brick has the dark brown accents. So they kind of twin that way. They're like yin and yang. So I thought that was quite nice. And we're starting to put in some of the landscaping as well. What is that dirt patch? Why does the path just end at dirt and then the dirt changes to grass? I don't understand. I don't understand. And then the front doors, we had to put in some little platforms as well. So you can have steps going up to that. So that was all working nicely. We're going to put a little community garden at the back here as well. So there's going to be some pomegranate trees just for a little bit of extra cash and to lift up the gardening skill a little bit too. And then these pathways, I think this brick is from the Eco Kitchen Stuff pack as well by Little Dicker 2. And they are available on the gallery finished if you guys want to download them. My username is Deligracy. And as long as you make sure that in the filters on the left side, you tick the box that says show custom content, then you'll be able to find these and you can download them and enjoy them. And then this little area is like a little bin area. Those mailboxes are so cute that came with this new pack. Snowy Escape. I love them. All of the windows are Snowy Escape as well. So I think I've used Snowy Escape and University pretty much, and base game? Yeah. But I love these windows from the pack. I think we got some really good simple windows in different sizes, which is really handy. Love the square window, although we haven't used it in this build. That's a new bin as well that I've put at the front there. And then this is a part where we're looking through a whole heap of hidden objects to see if there's anything we can put in here. I'm about to filter them, so it's for Snowy Escape, so we can see all of those. Oh, now we're going into debug mode, so this is where we're going to see all of the live edit objects. So these trees, for example, are free. We end up deleting those because the pink doesn't go with the other trees we put in, because we end up putting in like the red the red trees that came with this pack. But this bush is for free. These lavender bushes are for free. It's pretty awesome. And with Snowy Escape, we got some really, really good live edit bushes too, which you're going to see. They're probably some of the best landscaping items we've had in the game, other than like the tropical stuff we got with Sulani and the jungle stuff we got. But these are some of the items I was just telling you about. How good are they, these bushes? And kind of lily pad looking ferns. We've also got these wall creepers too, which I think look really beautiful. So we're putting those on the outside. You can get big snowy pine trees if you want to as well. So if you're doing more snowy builds and needing big boulders and mountains, you can totally get them from the hidden objects too. Or not hidden objects, live edit objects. And yeah, I really love these red trees, which I think they only cost 50 simoleons from memory. So that's pretty good. And yeah, we're just gonna spend some time lifting up the foliage, making it look like it's a little overgrown. It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. Very simple. Some might call it slightly brutalist architecture because it's just like brick and blocky looking. It's kind of like soft brutalist architecture, in my opinion. I'm probably not even using the term brutalist architecture right. But whenever I watch grand designs, they talk about brutalist architecture and it's just like big brick blocky towers. So it's kind of like that on a more minimal scale. And I love this little pomegranate area. So sweet. So sweet. So we're just, you know, painting the terrain, making it look all nice. And shortly, I'm going to be able to show you guys the finished product, which will be nice. We've just got to, you know, color everything, make it look nice, and make each of the places look a little bit different, and then hopefully you guys are gonna love it. So let's see what the finished product looks like. Okay, you guys, so here are the finished little townhouses. I think I called them the bamboo living townhouses. So they kind of complement each other. So let's have a look in the first house. But how nice are those like trees and foliage that you can now get? And we've got some little bikes there as well. So one of the bikes in the fence is from Eco Lifestyle. Let's go through this door and we walk straight in. We have a split level here so you can go up to where the computer area is. We've got the Murphy bed and lounge room here with a little TV, which is really cute. This kitchen I absolutely love. There's a little dining table here. It's like our olive kitchen. It's just very simple, light and bright. You know, you've got the ladder hidden right there that goes to the mezzanine level. This is the wet room, so it's just tiled in there. Again, that's from Little Dicker's Eco Kitchen Pack to get those tiles. So let's go up the ladder here to the mezzanine. Oh, also check out that hanging plant up there on the ledge. Love that. So up here is a bed from Eco, a light or a lamp from Eco, and also these hanging plants, which I think are from... those from? I've had a mental blank, but yeah, you can look down here to see your visitors coming in, you know, keep an eye on things. But I think this is a really nice little design. Back at the house here, this is where the orchard is, the mini orchard. A couple of bikes here from Uni and Eco. And then this pathway comes to the other house here, which is going to look quite different. Like I was telling you guys about, it's a completely different color scheme. So let's walk into this door. And in here, we're looking at more black colors, charcoals, and yellows. So you've got the darker color palette in here. I actually originally had darker flooring, but I changed it to the lighter one. These tables are from Tiny Living. Rug is from Nifty Knitting, I believe. And the couch is from Eco. The kitchen's the same as the other one. It's just a different color scheme. Bathrooms are the same, just different tiles, I think, from memory. Yeah, we've got blue tiles in here. I absolutely love that blue color, by the way. I think that looks really nice with the timber. And then if we go up the ladder, up we go. This is the little bedroom over here. So that's kind of cute. Very simple. Again, you can look down here. I don't know, all the windows keep glitching out, but you know, it's still got the pot plant here that kind of cascades down. This is our bedroom. So these are available on the gallery right now to download. Make sure you check out Little Dickens packs as well. They're amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to play in them. I think they're gonna be really cute for gameplay as well. So I hope you guys are having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to y'all soon. Dak dak!